This meeting is being recorded.
So, who would like to begin to read today? Is anyone awake?
Not me.
Like me too.
I'll
I was,
read.
I was still asleep 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, you guys had a sleep in then. That's pretty good. I'll read if you like.
Thank you,
Mhm.
Alison.
Excuse me. The eternal attributes of the eternal Son. The eternal Son. This is that laugh.
Piss off. Piss off.
Ah.
Uh,
Ah.
That's the way it's supposed to work, guys. That's beautiful. That's it.
I'm
Oh,
done. Right.
yes,
Good night.
same here, right? Yes, yes.
And I got what I felt when I read it was the eternal sun, the sunshine, the sun. Ah, it's no mistake, it's the same word.
Absolutely. It's because what does it do? It radiates. What does the sun do? It radiates. It gives of itself.
It
The
gives
more it
light and
gives,
warmth
more it
and
gives,
comfort.
more it grows.
Yeah. I'll try again. The eternal sun.
Don't don't rush. When you have this experience, don't rush reading, and it's already like so beautiful.
Yeah.
We would have these at the end of the reading. Now we have them at the beginning. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, beautiful. Mm, mm, wow.
Oh,
Yeah. Mm,
Oh.
mm,
Oh.
mm. Ah, Mm. Oh, beautiful, darling. Yes. Mm.
Oh,
Mm.
oh, oh,
Mm.
oh, oh. Wow.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh, right. Shall I read?
Yes, if you can.
Mm. I'll have another go. The eternal sun motivates the spirit level of cosmic reality. The spirit level of cosmic reality. The spiritual power of the sun is absolute in relation to all universe actualities.
Mm.
He exercises perfect control over the interassociation of all undifferentiated spirit energy and over all actualized spirit reality through his absolute grasp of spirit gravity. No idea what that is. All pure, unfragmented spirit and all spiritual beings and values are responsive to the infinite drawing power
Mhm.
of the primal sun of paradise.
Oh, that's so beautiful. See
Yeah.
what's like that? that experience you just had at the beginning. It just, you speak the word and it becomes flesh. It moves you. Did you feel? And then more you sat in it, more it grew.
Yeah.
That's the real spiritual evolution because we didn't sit and analyze this,
Mm.
Yeah.
right? We didn't put it into
Yeah.
bed. Nobody explained anything. We just went, all right,
I
now
was able to apply what we've been given in A Course of Love.
bingo, bingo.
I was doing like, I was looking at this stuff this morning and, like we've been looking at it for ages, this allowance of feeling, and now we're moving into the spacious self. And when the spacious self unfolds
Yes.
instead of rejects
Oh,
what's going on, that's what I had to go at, like, okay, I'll enfold this, I'll embrace this instead of,
yes.
it surprised me that that came up,
Yes,
but
that's the beauty of it. I like it's
yeah,
same with all the courses. Like they say a sentence, and it's designed to crack you through your shells.
yeah,
And when you cracked, don't explain, don't do anything. Just allow yourself to be open. Allow yourself to be. It's I call it allow yourself to be taken.
yeah,
Do you feel like it takes you, and then you take the whole group with you. Anyway, anyone who's like a little bit attuned. I mean, I personally take a ride.
Mm.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I
No,
do when someone drops in, just
yes,
that's it.
that's
Unless
it.
I'm sort of out
Yeah,
there somewhere in my thoughts,
that's it. We
but
just
we
take
have,
a ride with each other. Whoever is the saner at the time,
yeah, yeah, that's right. They
takes
can
us
bring us
home, and we
back.
just take a ride. I take a ride happily.
Yeah,
Beautiful. That's an amazing example of how powerful these books are when they're
yeah.
read
I'm
with
finding
this.
it invaluable,
Yeah.
the Course of Love stuff in conjunction with this. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it is. It's incredible. Anyway, shall I carry on?
Yes. As I say, if you can.
Yeah, yeah, I can. Release something. I have no idea what. And if the eternal future should witness the appearance of an unlimited universe, the spirit gravity and the spirit power of the original sun
Mhm.
will be found wholly adequate for the spiritual control and effective administration of such a boundless creation.
Yeah.
God is
Mm.
big, right?
Yes, God is big. But the fragment of all of that bigness is within you.
Yeah, yeah,
All of that is within you. And this is just reminding you about that part, which that is, which cannot be touched, which cannot be anything except, like love is.
yeah,
And then it's just, there is perception just can't travel that far.
yeah.
Mhm.
Ay.
Mm.
The sun is omnipotent only in the spiritual realm.
Mhm.
This is the difference between the eternal sun, the original sun. Is it? I mean, I don't even know. The
No.
sun is omnipotent only in the spiritual realm. In the eternal economy of universe administration, wasteful and needless repetition of function is never encountered. Wow. Deities are not given to useless duplication of universe ministry. Oh my, no paperwork.
Oh my God.
The omnipresence of the original sun constitutes the omnipresence of the original sun
Mhm.
constitutes the spiritual unity of the universe of universes. The spiritual cohesion of all creation rests upon the everywhere active presence of the divine spirit of the eternal Son. When we conceive of the Father's spiritual presence, we find it difficult to differentiate it in our thinking from the spiritual presence of the eternal Son. The Spirit of the Father is eternally resident in the Spirit of the Son.
Wow.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
The Father must be spiritually omnipresent, but such omnipresence appears to be inseparable from the everywhere spirit activities of the eternal Son. We do, however, believe that in all situations of Father-Son presence of a dual spiritual nature, the Spirit of the Son is coordinate with the Spirit of the Father.
Yeah.
That sort of means works with. Is that right? Works in with, like, yeah. In his contact with personality, the Father acts in the personality circuit. In his personal and detectable contact with spiritual creation, he appears in the fragments of the totality of his deity. And these Father fragments have a solitary, unique, and exclusive function wherever and whenever they appear in the universes. In all such situations, the Spirit of the Son is coordinate with the spirit function of the fragmented presence of the universal Father. Okay. Spiritually, the eternal Son is omnipresent. The Spirit of the eternal Son is most certainly with you and around you. But not within you and a part of you, like the mystery monitor.
Wow. Oh my God.
Mm.
Oh,
Mm. The indwelling Father fragment adjusts the human mind to progressively divine attitudes, whereupon such an ascending mind becomes increasingly responsive to the spiritual drawing power
Mm-hmm.
of the all-powerful spirit gravity circuit of the second source and center.
Mm-hmm. Just like you at the beginning, right? You are increasingly responsive. So suddenly you begin to see the invisible.
Mm.
Yeah. We are learning, or we're returning to the capacity to see what can be seen with the physical eyes, with the density of a human consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah. We begin to see with other um, sensations within us.
Mm.
So you suddenly see things you could not see before,
Yeah.
and you see them internally, and it's not imagination. It is a revelation because it reveals, it moves in you, right? It's like
Mm.
a movement. Suddenly something that was seemingly static or too physical begins to move, begins to animate as if. But it's like this, I call it like the near life experience, because you suddenly become so alive within, so deliciously wonderful
Mm.
for without doing anything, right? You didn't do anything except you read a little title that led you to an experience, and that's it. That's what Course in Miracles says. Seek only that. Seek only the experience, and don't let the theology screw with your mind, you know?
Mm. Yeah. Ooh.
Yes.
I think I probably have to go now. My
Thanks,
daughter's blood.
Alison. So lovely that you popped in at least for that time and
Yeah.
brought.
Thank you guys. It's
Thank,
lovely to meet with
thank you so much.
you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Alison.
Alison. Enjoy
Yeah.
your travels.
Have yeah, thank you. I'll be home again next time I see you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao. Wow, beautiful, huh?
Mm.
Ah, how is everyone?
I am good, but I can't stop crying.
That's
Well,
that's a good
ever
thing.
since Alison, I've got like this feeling right in my heart area, and I'm sure it's all to do with the group. So I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, same.
Same.
I'm just really sick and tired of seeing the world as people. Fucking, I'm like on this borderline of,
Mm,
I just see people as people and
yeah.
bodies, and
Mm,
I can feel it's really not how I want to see the world, and I'm
Mhm.
fucking desperate
Yeah.
to see it differently. Like when I meet a brother or sister, and I see them as a body, and it's like it's just an attack,
Mm.
and I can
Painful,
feel
huh?
the attack in my
Mm.
I just ugh.
Yeah, it's painful, huh?
It's really painful.
Hmm. Well, this is where that seeing the invisible comes to play, because you go like you can see that, and you can also decide to see differently, which is
Yeah,
what seeing with your heart. If you see the same people immediately with the heart, what do they look like?
they don't look, they feel just so
There you
connected.
go.
They feel like God.
Yeah, that's vision. That's vision.
Yeah,
So is that choice between the two, like you choose, do I want to see the bodies or do you want to see with vision? And you have that capacity. Yeah. And nobody's going to probably understand what's going on for you, but you do.
I just feel like my egoic fucking. I just feel like I get dragged back into the perception of the world over and over again.
Mm,
I'm fucking so tired of it.
yes. You also get sick of it.
I get so sick of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can feel when Alison was reading, I could feel the spirit and the sun and the mystery,
Hmm.
I could just feel,
Yes.
I could feel it.
Yeah, because we're reading these now with different eyes. Now it's no longer just a thick material. It begins to generate an experience within us, which this does in such a beautiful way that often you don't understand what it is saying, and yet at the same time something begins to reverberate in you.
Yeah.
And that's
Right.
the whole purpose of it. It's the remembering what already is. Beautiful. Anyone else? How's Kimsa today?
I have no idea.
That's good.
My body's here, but not sure about the rest. Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah. It's hard to know what's really going on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. And you let step back and you let that go forth, like let that reveal itself.
Mm.
It's like, oh, what's this? God, now help me. Mystery monitors. Could you mystify this moment? Thank you very much. Because
Mm.
my perception doesn't travel there deep.
Right.
Yeah.
As when a prayer comes in, like, God, what's the actual is going on?
Mm. Yeah, it's like the journey's become a bit more something. And it's not easy, actually. It's like,
Yes.
oh, something's fighting against it. And yeah, I'm not sure what's happening to me.
Hmm.
I mean, it's okay.
Yes.
I just go with it. It's all part of it, I guess. So it's perfectly all right. It's just a different place. Yeah.
Mm.
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 Lovely.
And
I find it. Oh, sorry, carry on, Kim.
and even though like we're together, which is I don't know what I'd do without it really now. These coming together. It's still a very solo journey. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's like Anthony said, it's that little like sort of in between place where it's a struggle. It's really, I guess it's like being born again in some way. Yeah. Which when you think of being born, well, it's horrendous. It's an horrendous process.
Absolutely.
So, I don't know, might as well just enjoy the ride, whatever's going on. Yeah, it's just nice to not be so resistant. I mean, there's still a lot there.
Yeah. It's love
But
because it's so big. It's
yeah, yeah,
the light in us. It's not it's atomic. It's massive. Like we're
yes,
just touching the little rays. We're just having a little something happening.
Yeah.
But the
And
actual
even
rupture, the rupture that is within, is not like somewhere there is out there or anything. It's all within. The rupture within us is it's earth shaking, you know. It floods the earth. Not even a Noah's Ark helps you, like I used to say, you know. It's like it's a flood, it's a you know, it's all of it. It shakes your whole existence as you know it. Shakes it up. And yet something very delicious begins to be born from that rupture.
yeah, I can really feel we're all going through it together. It's really like quite beautiful in that way.
Very beautiful. Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
All right, Kevin, you have anything to add?
Oh, not really. I'm bit like Kim in some ways. I'm sort of in the twilight zone at the moment.
Beautiful. That's a good play.
Oh, I still love that show. Hmm.
All right. Beautiful. Shall we read a bit more?
Do you remember what you were going to say, Pamela, before, or was it the moment?
No, it's okay. Carry on. Thank you, though.
Uh, and yeah, it's even like I'm finding it difficult just listening to the talking, like, oh,
It was on that vein that I was going to be talking about.
mm,
Yeah.
That's it, the
even trying to
perception, yeah.
describe it is oh,
Mm-hmm.
difficult. Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Mm.
Ah.
I just get used to this coming into this place of stillness
Yeah.
so often now, which is beautiful. And I sort of prefer it to anything else.
Mm.
Because it communicates, doesn't it? Like when
Mm-hmm.
Alison just dropped in and it was a pure communication. Like it was the radiance of it that touches the radiance within the other. And then we join basically if we don't talk over it.
It's the same in the lessons with Kevin. It's the same experience. We're all connected without even talking.
Bingo.
Mm-hmm. Then it's shifting from these states, I'll call it, to going into the world.
Mm-hmm.
And it is like what I resonate with what Anthony and Kim is saying. It's like you've got one foot in one world and another foot in another world, and integrating the two can be quite challenging.
That's it.
At times.
Mm-hmm.
And even how people perceive you that have known you all your life, they're aware of a difference. They don't know what it is. And it's like they don't know how to be with it sometimes. So there's a little bit of that going on for me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all good.
Right. Shall we continue? Anybody feels like reading? Otherwise, I will, and you know what that looks like.
You read, Cole.
Yeah, go for it,
That's
Cole.
All right, guys. Now you're so forgiving. The original sun is universally and spiritually self-conscious. In wisdom, the Son is full equal to the Father. In the realms of knowledge, omniscience, we cannot distinguish between the first and the second sources. Like the Father, the Son knows all. He is never surprised by any universe event. He comprehends the end from the beginning. Ding. The Father and the Son really knows the number and whereabouts of all the spirits and spiritualized being of the universe of universes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere to hide.
Say it again.
What'd you say?
Nowhere to hide.
No,
Nowhere to
nowhere to
hide.
hide.
Yes. Yes. Not only does the Son know all things by virtue of his own omnipresent spirit, but the Son equally with the Father and the conjoint actor is fully cognizant of the vast reflectivity intelligence of the Supreme Being, which intelligence is at all times aware of all things that transpire on all the worlds of the seven super universes. That's crazy.
Jesus.
I think, like with awakening of this feeling world within, there is this knowing. Even Righteous Soul says that, like, you will just know things that you could not know before. Because you're not only using your intellect and perception, but you're using something else. Yeah. You're seeing with like when we read Lemuria, not Lemuria, Lemuria and Atlantis in Righteous Will, and he talks about, he talked about Lemuria where they had no language actually. There was
Yeah.
no spoken language, only sign language.
Telepathy.
Yes, and a telepathic, they call it first, in the first edition, they call it telepathic communication of feelings. And then they called it empathic communication of feelings. So feelings can communicate perfectly if the mind wasn't rushing in and trying to describe what it thinks is occurring in a feeling realm.
Yeah.
Then we learn this amazing capacity to communicate through feelings. Not just those feelings we remember, but those new ones that are there. Just like when Allison dropped in, that's a feeling realm. And it's highly communicative. Or anyone who drops in, Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And there are other ways in which the Paradise Son is omniscient. What's the difference between omniscience and omnipresent? Anyone?
Is the second one more vast?
No idea.
Mm.
There's so many of these words that are similar that mean different things. It's a bit hard to.
Yeah.
Is that word?
I've got it here. Knowing everything is omniscient.
Is that
Knowing everything, a third person omniscient narrator.
Mm-hmm.
That's
and omnipresent.
And also the omniscient, this often refers to a special power of God.
Mm-hmm.
Omnipresent. I'm looking it up.
Thank you.
Omnipresent.
Is that what?
Widely or constantly encountered, widespread. The omnipresent threat of natural disasters, of God, present everywhere at the same time.
Mm.
So one knows everything and the other is everywhere. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Is that word pronounced omniscient?
Omniscient.
Yeah,
So yes, omniscient.
Omniscient.
you're probably saying it right, yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I think it is, but I think Alison said it like that one day.
Yeah.
Omniscient, yeah.
Omniscient.
Okay.
I think.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Eternal Son is a
As a loving.
loving, merciful, and ministering spiritual personality, is wholly and infinitely equal with the universal Father, while in all those merciful and affectionate personal contacts with the ascendant beings of the lower realm of the eternal Son. Oh, Jesus.
That would be us.
Oh God, that just did me. Oh, I love that. I don't know why I love it. How they call it, the lower realms, the dense realms, I guess. The ascendant
Richard,
being of the lower realms of
The eternal Son.
the eternal Son is just as kind and considerate, just as patient and long suffering
Yeah.
as is his paradise sons, as are his paradise sons in the local universes, who so frequently bestow themselves upon the evolutionary worlds of time. That's what Jesus did. He bestowed himself upon our earth.
Mm.
What's a bestow? Bestow, how would you say? What's the meaning of that? Bestow.
give me a second.
Like you're giving, isn't it? Bestowing something you're giving.
It's, yeah, confer or present an honor, right, or gift.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mhm.
Mm.
It is needless further to
Satiate, I think.
expatiate on the attributes of the eternal Son,
Satiate.
with the exceptions noted. It is only necessary to study the spiritual attributes of God the Father and understand and correctly evaluate the attributes of God the Son. Yeah, that was the paper 2 and 3, I think, that covered the attributes of God the Father, and they're exactly the same, basically. Hey.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anybody would like to dive into the limitations of the eternal Son?
I'll give it a shot.
Thanks, Kimmy.
Limitations of the eternal Son. The eternal Son, sorry. The eternal Son does not personally function in the physical domains, nor does he function except through the conjoint actor in the levels of mind, ministry, to creature beings.
Hmm.
But these qualifications do not in any manner otherwise limit the eternal Son in the full and free exercise of all the divine attributes of spiritual omniscience, omnipresence, and omnipotence. There they all are.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That's the hard thing to remember, isn't it? That it's really all happening in the spiritual realm.
Mm-hmm.
So seems like, yeah. The eternal Son does not personally pervade the potentials of spirit inherent in the infinity of the deity absolute. But as these potentials become actual, they come within the all-powerful grasp of the spirit gravity circuit of the Son.
Mm-hmm.
Personality is the exclusive gift of the Universal Father. The Eternal Son derives personality from the Father, but he does not, without the Father, bestow personality. The Son gives origin to a vast spirit host, but such derivations are not personalities. When the Son creates personality, he does so in conjunction with the Father or with the conjoint creator, who may act for the Father in such relationships. The Eternal Son is thus a co-creator of personalities, but he bestows personality upon no being, and of himself alone never creates personal beings.
Wow.
This limitation of action does not, however, deprive the Son of the ability to create any or all types of other than personal reality.
Jesus.
What the hell? Yeah. Shall I keep going, or does someone else want to read?
You keep going.
I'm not really sure what that last bit means, Miss.
No, me either.
What did you say?
I don't really know what the last sentence means.
Read it again.
This limitation of action does not, however, deprive the Son of the ability to create any or all types of other than personal reality.
Just let that sink in, you know? It's one of
Yeah.
those revelatory moments, like, God, show me what that means.
Before that, it says, no being, what does it say? He never creates personal, so no, upon no being and of himself alone, never creates personal beings. That sounds all right, but then it goes on to the next bit, which I think, well, what the hell does that mean?
He says he doesn't deprive the Son of the ability.
Other than personal reality.
Mm.
Oh.
God knows, huh?
Mm.
Other than personal.
It's good to not know, you know?
Oh, I'm good at that, don't worry. I'm probably the top of the class in the not knowing department.
Oh, no, you're not. You're not.
It's just like that. Sometimes you desire something wholeheartedly, and next minute, there it is. You didn't really work on it. You just had this tiny idea of some form, and it just materialized without any effort. Anybody can relate to that?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's suddenly there it is, and you just go, wow, that was quick. And you're not like attached to it. We just go like it's just delicious somewhat.
Yeah.
And I always acknowledge it and say thank you when that happens.
Yes. I think that's how like God, like in that sense, God does nothing, but he somehow like had an idea of a son, and then there was a son, and then that son does what he does. He's got this other, he was created in the image of that same quality that thought it. It's like people think God does stuff on earth. I don't think so.
I doubt it. The
Yeah.
state of the earth. I
If
think
you
he.
look at the earth, there is no way God's doing this mess here. It's all human doing.
Free will.
Yeah, free will, yeah. Then people say, how could God permit this? It's like God didn't.
Just shakes his head, I'm sure, if he's got one.
Well, even in the course of love, it says like, love doesn't look at misery and then forgives it or something. Love does not see it. It's like it's not in that realm.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking after what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that spiritual realm, there's no death.
No,
We
no,
slow
no
ourselves,
suffering. No.
we slow ourselves down from the spiritual realm into the physical, and now in the physical, everything drags.
Yeah, well, we had to
Everything,
do that to get here, didn't we?
yeah.
That's a drag.
Sort
Life's a drag.
Yeah.
of drag the bodies everywhere.
Yeah. Bloody bodies, gives you opportunity to judge and condemn.
The eternal Son is limited in transmittal of creator prerogatives. Oh my God. The Father, in eternalizing the original Son, bestowed upon him the power and privilege of subsequently joining with the Father in the divine act of producing additional sons, possessing creative attributes. And this they have done and now do. But when these coordinate sons have been produced, the prerogatives of creatorship are apparently not further transmissible.
What's coordinate sons?
Well, there's the original sun, and there are the sons of the sons, I guess.
The eternal Son transmits creatorship powers only to the first or direct personalization. Therefore, when the Father and the Son unite to personalize the Creator's Son, they achieve their purpose. But the Creator Son, thus brought into existence, is never able to transmit or delegate prerogatives of creatorship to the various orders of sons, which he may subsequently create. Notwithstanding that in the highest local universe suns, there does appear a very limited reflection of the creative attributes of a creator son.
Beautiful. Why don't we bring it to the end of that section? And then we might just, what do you think, guys?
Shall I keep reading? Or?
Yeah, could you just bring it to the end of that section?
Yeah, I was just wondering, I wonder what we're actually able to create. Us as, where we're at, mustn't be much. I don't know.
No, there's a lot. There's a lot.
But I don't know, in comparison to that, what they're doing.
Because there's still this idea to create something in the physical, but the returning to the spiritual realm, which is in you, fully established already. Yeah, you are the accomplished. There's nothing that's lacking in you. We just haven't fully accessed the capacity we have.
I don't know. Anyway, the eternal Son, as an infinite and exclusively personal being, cannot fragmentize his nature, cannot distribute and bestow individualized portions of his selfhood upon other entities or persons, as do the Universal Father and the Infinite Spirit. But the Son can and does bestow himself as an unlimited spirit to bathe all creation and unceasingly draw all spirit personalities and spiritual realities to himself.
That feels nice. Oh.
Yeah.
I feel bathed now. I do. Oh.
Beautiful.
Ever remember, the Eternal Son is the personal portrayal of the Spirit Father to all creation. The Son is personal and nothing but personal in the deity sense. Such a divine and absolute personality cannot be disintegrated or fragmentized. God the Father and God the Spirit are truly personal, but they are also everything else in addition to being such deity personalities. Though the Eternal Son cannot personally participate in the bestowal of the thought adjusters, he did sit in council with the Universal Father in the eternal past. Approving the plan and pledging endless cooperation when the Father, in projecting the bestowal of the thought adjusters proposed to the Son, let us make mortal man in our own image. And as the spirit fragment of the Father dwells within you, so does the spirit presence of the Son envelop you.
Mm-hmm.
While these two forever work as one for your spiritual advancement.
Wow,
Mm.
that's beautiful. See, he says it so clearly. As the spirit fragment of the Father dwells within you. Mm. And I like that. So does the spirit presence of the Son envelops you, while these two forever work as one for your spiritual advancement.
Mm.
Thank goodness for that.
Mm.
Yeah.
I need the thought adjuster.
It's right there.
Yeah, I was just going to correct myself there, Cole.
Yes, right there with you.
Mm.
The honey pie, what are you? Talk to me. Reveal everything. Show me the way.
Yeah, I ask daily.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
It's still a small voice.
Yes.
Mm. I think that's why I'm feeling so much pain sometimes, is that the thought adjusters, I can feel how the thought adjuster sees things, and then my mind is seeing things differently, and I'm going, oh,
Mm-hmm.
like I can,
Yes.
it's like a little
The
battle.
ego mind is seeing things that the ego mind is seeing things differently. You mean, Anthony?
Yes.
Yeah, the eagle
I just
knows.
Yeah.
noticed that it's always up here the way what suffers. It's this. It's the
Mm,
perception, the looking, but this part of us is void at that time. Like if you don't connect to this, you will see everything out there just through this, judgmental mental diarrhea of things.
The ego mind tends to,
Mm,
well, doesn't tend to, it does.
yeah.
That's where the confusion comes in, and the ego voice is quite loud and shouting and demanding, whereas
mm.
the still small voice is gentle and, yeah, calmer and,
You can't hear
um,
it in raucous.
yeah. No, you can't. No.
Mm,
But when I have any kind of disturbance like that, Anthony, or discomfort, whatever, say, please, Lord. I've been using the word Lord a lot recently. It's just come to me naturally. Whatever word you use, God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, whatever, your higher self. Please help me with this. Please help me. Please help me. I don't know what to do. Help me.
I do that all the time when I remember, and then
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like I'm taken by the world, and it's like, man.
yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
like half an hour later or an hour later, I go, oh Jesus.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
I
at
slipped
least you
into
have
that
that,
too.
you see. At least you have that.
Yeah.
That's the same. It's the same here, like sometimes I go, what was I thinking?
Mm,
I
Mm-hmm.
go. Like there was
Mm.
definitely no heart presence and absolutely no will presence when I do this, when I have these moments of darkness.
mm.
Not alone, Anthony.
No, it's like just moments of unconsciousness, so many.
Yeah. You
It's
just
just like,
forgive yourself for those,
But I'm seeing them all. Because here now I feel just so hard and feel that envelopment of
Hmm.
spirit and
And the sun, yeah.
sun. I love that feeling of feeling the thought adjust or just feeling in my heart and then feeling enveloped by God or
Mm.
eternal sun. Like it's palpable. And then all of a sudden I'm somewhere else. That's good though.
I guess that's part of the process, isn't it? Like we're in and out until something changes. I don't know.
Mm,
I liken it to just walking along. There's trees, and sometimes you're in the shade, and sometimes you're in the sun, as you just, you know,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
slowly bend. It's it's just, I think the important thing is just noticing, isn't it? That's
Yes.
what's happened.
And also
Oh,
just be okay with the darkness. Like
mm,
Mm,
it's okay. It's even be okay to feel separate.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Like,
felt that most of today.
hey.
Hmm. Honestly.
And if you cannot judge it, it actually becomes quite pleasurable in a way, quite delightful. So, God, I'm so full of it today. It's lovely.
Because perhaps the first step is, yeah, at least enjoying all of it. Like
It's like
maybe,
in
I
the
don't
chorus it says, God does not forgive because God is never condemned, and it is
know.
condemnation that's necessary. So even with this judgmental thing, it's like it's not so much about forgiveness as to remember not to nail someone, not to attack.
Mm,
It's that attack, the attack thoughts that are killing us within ourselves. Stop the shooting.
it's just so second nature to do it.
Yes. I mean,
Oh,
we watched it all our life. You turn on telly
mm.
everywhere.
But no, it's someone else doing it to us. That's, I haven't wanted to give that one up.
No. Very good. Shall we leave it at the number 5? And we'll leave the spirit mind for next week.
yep.
Mm.
Yeah, happy to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot.
That was a lot, hey. Mm.
I guess all these, descriptions will be used over and over all through the book, and then they'll eventually sink in.
Yeah, and they will define all these expressions further and further. So one day you just read it and go like, oh,
Yes.
it's
I'm
like,
just happy that, yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm just, I'm just happy that I've got the fragment of God within me, and
You
the
Yeah.
do.
presence
Me
of the
too.
Son is enveloping me. Like,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
what more do we want, really?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's so crazy good.
I love
yeah.
how that Neville Goddard puts it. He goes like, "You are God individualized." I love
Mm,
that. You're just an individualized God, and
mm,
that is in us, and it's so crazy as it begins to become known to us,
mm.
through all the
And it's
different.
there whether we're, in the pits or not. Wherever we are, it's there. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
mm. Very good, guys.
Mm.
Thank you
Oh, thank
Thanks,
you.
everyone. Yeah.
so
Thank you,
much.
everybody.
Great. See you all next week.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Great.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Huh?
Bye, everyone.